Oh, Philly 254 living life. Back at it. So what's up with MultiVersus, man? It's back. It's been a while. It made its comeback, and is it better than ever? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Actually, I kind of have a feeling on it, but we'll talk about that. So what happened? It's for those who don't know, when MultiVersus was here, I think it was last year, maybe year before last year. I don't know, can't remember. I think it was last year. It was an open beta, and so when an open beta kind of ended, people were like, well, at least I was. I don't want to say everyone, but I know there were for some people who were like, okay, so it's probably not coming back, because it felt like, I mean, it was, this open beta was forever. It felt like the game was out. I mean, they're releasing characters, they're monetizing things, and now all of a sudden, but then as interest kind of started to wane, and you know, it seemed like a lot of people more kind of playing like who's going to be the next character release. That's kind of how the vibe was kind of feeling. So eventually interest kind of started to wane a little bit, and they said it was ending, the official beta time was ending, and it was over. So what's going to happen from there? They said it was coming back. I didn't really fully believe it. I know there are quite a few people who probably didn't fully believe it, and guess what? It's back. It came back. So with the re-release, or the actual official release, what systems is it on? Just about everything except for Switch. I think we all know why. I mean, because it would be a direct competitor with Smash, although Switch does have like that Nickelodeon game that was kind of like Smash Bros, but you know, I guess they didn't look at that as a problem. Well, I'll say Switch, but Nintendo. But as far as it goes right now, it's on pretty much everything, cross-play enabled. You know, I play it on the Steam Deck, for those who don't know. Oh, played on Steam Deck. So how does it play? Well, when I first originally started playing, and no, I knew it quite kind of been a little bit before I started playing, before I played, but when I first originally started playing, first thing I noticed was it felt different. Like, I don't know, the gravity of it, or physics, I won't say gravity at least, kind of felt different. Jumping kind of felt a little different. It didn't feel as slippery. Things feel just a little bit more weighty, not as floaty as it was before. Which it took me a second to get used to, because I was so used to how it was before, but I did appreciate that little bit of a change. Now, what happened with all of your characters and things that you unlocked? So from what I could tell, for those who played the open beta, unlocked characters, did all kinds of things, those characters came back. Now, as far as their perks and everything, those didn't come back per se, but they gave you, I can't remember all the different, now we're going to get into it in a few minutes, all the different, I guess, type of income, money that they use. So, Glamium and all these different things, but perks did not come back. So with all the perks you unlocked, those are gone, or those are locked back. But instead, what they're gonna do, what they did was gave you enough of the gems, Glamium, whatever, to just purchase whatever perks you need. More than enough is what it said. I haven't tested the theory, but I've been unlocking, opening perks as willy-nilly, you know. So as far as the actual perk system is concerned, it's a little different. It's a little different. If I remember correctly, and I might be off, you can don't let me know in the comments, but if I remember correctly, pretty much right before a match would start, everyone kind of picked their perks, and then it went on. Now, I guess to kind of alleviate the whole, kind of make it seem less painful, waiting for everyone to pick their perks exactly, what they did is do a preset perk system. So you can set your preset perks, you just kind of go edit your perks, and then you choose some preset ones, or there are some custom ones you got to set up outside of that moment. You got to go to like training to kind of set up your custom perks. I don't think they have to be training, but when you go select your fighter, you can set up custom perks as you unlock them, because you get more custom perk slots the more levels you unlock for each fighter, and it's for each fighter. Each fighter has their own little season pass kind of situation going, where the more you fight, the more things you unlock and all that stuff for them, for that person specifically. Now, that part I actually like. I like, because you kind of go in and set up your custom perks. Then when the match starts, all you gotta do is edit perks, select your custom one. Because a lot of times you kind of figure out what kind of perks you want to play. Your little loadouts. If you want to do a certain loadout that's more aggressive or more defensive or more balanced, and things like that. So I kind of do it. It does speed up that part, which I'm perfectly good with. Right now, the game modes that are available are pretty much the same modes from before. There is again, just like last time, there is a rank mode shown that it will eventually arrive, but it's still not here yet. So that's kind of a thing. As far as the actual gameplay, other than the weightiness, I will say I don't say weightiness, more weight to it, more gravity. I will say it feels kind of, the servers are a problem, man. Like I remember before there was a lot of issues with lag. You know, weird things would kind of happen. Sometimes you'd be playing, all of a sudden your character just start taking a walk, or people you were fighting, I think it was, they would just take a walk and walk themselves off the map and die, and that's because the game pretty much lagged out. I've seen that a couple of times this time, that I have had disconnects because the server just disconnects, and since the game is pretty much live based, basically you got to be connected to the server in order to even do anything too much. It kicks you out of the whole game to the, like, you know, press A to start and go into the game again. So that's kind of annoying. That happened to me quite a few times yesterday. It happened all weekend, but yesterday was real bad, to the point I was getting to a point where I couldn't, you know, finish a game. It's getting annoying. Well, I had to go play Mortal Kombat. So the server system could definitely be improved. Graphics have been improved. They went from Unreal Engine 4 to 5. So, and it is noticeable. I won't say very noticeable, like it's your mind is blown, but you can definitely, if you played the original, the original beta to now, you can definitely see, oh damn, yeah, it looks different. It looks different. They added a few extra characters. So they have Jason Voorhees. They have Banana, what's the dude? I don't know. It's a banana dude. I don't know what his name is. They have what's the dude from Matrix, Agent Smith, but he hasn't unlocked yet, but he's definitely, I think he's supposed to be coming in like a week or two. I don't know. And then we have Joker. Here's the thing I will say about this. When I first originally played the beta, one of the things I liked so much about it is you didn't have to play, like you didn't have to actually buy anything. You can, but you didn't have to buy anything. With this one, they've upped the ante. Now there's a seasonal pass, then there's a premium seasonal pass, which, by the way, if you were a part of the beta, they gave you the first premium seasonal pass for free on the house, which is pretty cool. And then they had the fully fledged out store. You know, I mean, you can, more than just buying a character or, you know, emotes or whatnot. You're getting you can get a whole bundle. You know, you can get, you know, I guess Joker and a couple other things that go with his skins or whatnot and all kinds of stuff. Unlocking Joker is a pain. I haven't unlocked him. I don't know how to unlock him for free without just purchasing. I mean, you can just keep playing, but until you get the little whatever service form of income they use, you can do that. But the Joker costs like twice as much as everyone else. He's like 6,000 gems or whatever, which I'm at like 5K or 5.2K, but it takes a while to build up. So I'm still working towards Joker. Or you can just say F it and go to the store and just buy. But I wanted to just do it the old school because I didn't really have to buy anyone last time. I just played, you know what I'm saying, until I had enough money. So it was easy, much easier last time. Now it's more work. There's a whole lot of season, like, daily quests and things you gotta hit, which kind of keeps you going. But they do, one thing I say, they have a fully fledged single player mode, which I do enjoy. It's they call them events, right? And of course, these are all have their own little mini season pass kind of thing. So it's a lot of stuff to keep track of, a lot of different season passes to keep track of, you know. So that's kind of annoying, you know. So as far as what's available right now, they have single player, which is fully fledged out. It's pretty fun. They have, you know, single player. It's kind of themed. For example, they have a Jason Voorhees one, which is themed towards Jason Voorhees. They have a Joker one, same thing. And then they have, of course, this the 2v2, which is just player matches. Then they have the 1v1. The game, for whatever reason, defaulted to 1v1, which I didn't realize. I don't think it did that the first one, because the whole thing about this game is a lot of their powers and abilities are built around synergy around each other. So I don't know why it just didn't default to 2v2, because that's the way I think they would rather us play, right? But it has the 1v1, 2v2, and of course the training. And I think it has like a little tutorial and all that fun stuff. And then it has the ranked mode, which is still locked. Anything to do with ranked mode is still locked. I can't wait till that unlocks. I'm hoping ranked mode has like a set system going. So, you know, you play a match, it's best 2 out of 3, basically. I hope it's not as far as like 3 out of 5 or something crazy, but best 2 out of 3, something. Because the way it works now with the player, you do a match, and if once the match is over, it's up to everyone to decide, do we all want to rematch? One person says they want to do it, whole match is ended. Sometimes that sucks, because let's just say you lose that first go, and you're like, man, I think I know how to beat these guys now. I think we can do this. I think we can get this. Let's get our run back. and then the other team or someone on your team, because maybe he just thought you sucked it up that game, decides, nah, I'm not gonna do that, and then they bounce, the whole game's over with, and you got to go find another match. That's kind of a problem sometimes, because I feel like some of those events that are currently being, advertised to play, the issue with those are, some may say, for example, go to the Batcave X amount of times. Well, if you don't really want to play a single player, you really don't really want to do that. Let's just say that's not just your cup of tea. You're in it for the multiplayer and multiplayer only. Well, you don't really have a guess or a control of what maps you play. It's just on I'm assuming it's random. Just random mode where you see what map's coming up and you see what map you're currently playing, and then you have to live with it. Well, I don't know if that whole random select starts over again whenever you have to start a whole new match, but I've had matches where everyone didn't want to do another rematch, so I had to start all over, and I've had the same map like 4 times in a row, and I'm like, they have too many maps for me to keep getting the same exact map 4 times in a row, man. So that kind of annoys me. What's up with it? It's cool. It's a cool game. I think they got a lot longer to go. They have I forgot to mention, on the single player system, they have a gym. I guess gyms. This kind of plays like the perks in a way. They enable certain, I guess, loadouts for your character. So instead of using straight up perks, they have these gyms that pretty much do the same thing, I guess. I haven't fully explored the full difference between just the gyms and just selecting perks, but yeah, they're there. That's the thing. And it's only, from what I can tell, it's only useful on the single player mode. You can't really bring those in multiplayer. The disconnects are a problem, and then one other thing, the disconnects, the increased prices, the full season pass deal that's going on, trying to keep track of all that crap, and then the biggest thing for me is features are missing. Some features are missing, and at first I didn't notice, mainly because some of the hype there was, I'm ready to play again, and then on top of it, I'm just kind of playing, but I started noticing as I started remembering as I was playing, I can't do certain things. Like at the end of the game, you can't see. I remember during the beta, you would see, after the match, you would see who did what. The stats of the game, basically. Who did what? Who was pulling their weight, man? You know what I'm saying? There have been times in the beta, I thought I was doing pretty good. I'll be honest with you. I'm just in it, doing it. And I thought I was doing pretty well. I only got like one out. Only like one person out, and my teammate did all the heavy lifting. And I was like, oh man, I suck. You know what I'm saying? None of that's there no more. They don't have the stats. Now, there are quite a few other features that are missing, and I won't give them too much trouble on that, because they have come out to say that they are aware of all that, and they're actually working on implementing those features, currently. And then the biggest issue was they're moving from Unreal 4 to Unreal 5, and so just gotta make sure they hit deadlines. I guess they couldn't get every single feature in along with the newer features. I'm with that. I'll roll with that. I'll let that ride. I kind of feel like, now y'all remind me, man. Y'all let me know. Didn't each character kind of has the perks, which you can unlock, and that's another weird thing, but I'll go into it in a minute. Everyone has their own little perks, or I'm not saying own little perks, but there's these random smaller perks, but each character has one major perk that really changes the way certain moves activate. The other minor perks kind of just change certain attributes, but the major perks change the way certain moves really work. And I could have sworn each character had 3. Now, they still have 3 now, but one of them is like a generic 5% bonus on damage that everyone has. And then there's the 2 other unique ones. I could have sworn there were 3 unique ones but I could be wrong. It's been a while. Y'all let me know if I'm wrong or right on that one. I'll take that L if I'm wrong. So, but as far as the minor perks, you could unlock so many minor perks. So, a lot of characters had the major perks and then a few minor perks that really tied to that character. I guess they decided to tie those minor perks. But as you unlock those minor perks, they would be unlockable towards everyone else could use them. None of that's really there anymore. It's like, it's the same, I think, 6 or 7 minor perks, and then the more unique, 2 unique major perk, and that's it. And maybe I'm not doing it right, and I could not be doing it right. Again, let me know if I'm not. I'll take that. But I don't really see a way to get other perks outside of maybe purchasing nothing. I'm not buying nothing, man. Like, I'm giving you my time. You sold it for free. I don't want to say you sold it free, but you gave it to us for free. I'm not buying it. I gave you my time, man. So it's the pricing, and it can have some cons. I'm hoping it does improve. It's a little rocky right now. It's a little rocky. I feel like as time goes and do some updates, things get some consolidated with all those different passes and shit, and certain features get re-added, things get cleaned up, and everything kind of seems a little less messy. But right now, it's a little junky, a little clunky to me. Y'all let me know if y'all feel that way, because I feel like it's a little clunky. Ultimately though, I have high hopes for it. The gameplay, the core gameplay itself, outside of that weird stuff, outside the gameplay, just playing the game is still fun. Fix those servers up, man, for real. And it's a fun game to play. So, what's up with it? I say, give it time. Don't give up on it. Give it time. It's still pretty fun. Give them some time to update and clean some things up, and we'll see how it rolls. And we'll maybe revisit this whole conversation later. If you like more Steam Deck news, walkthroughs, guides, like and subscribe. Cruise through the playlist. Oh, and that's what I do. Get you a shirt. And I'm out.